Hello you guys, how are you? So today I'm looking at Dr. Mike, the YouTube doctor, his skincare routine that he did recently for the Harper's Bazaar series Go to Bed With Me. So we're going to check to see what this esthetician thinks of a doctor and what he's using on his skin and to see if I think he's right. So before we go on, my name is Joanie. Welcome to my channel, Joanie Loves. Please, before we go, and hit that subscribe button and that bell. That would be so cool. So let's get started.
My skin takes an absolute beating when I'm in the hospital, when I'm playing sports, I'm outdoors. It dries out, especially as I get older. No one likes to admit that, but being 31 years old, I'm starting to see more dryness, more flaking. This is a wall.
Well, first of all, quite quickly, he says he's prone to dryness. He's 31 and what a handsome fellow he is. You know, I have heard this on one of the other YouTubers here, but it looks as if the lighting is spectacular on this video because I can't see anything wrong with his skin. And usually Joanie can spot something, but I can't see a thing. But have another look and we'll talk about it later.
Beard trimmer. And for me, I like to have my facial hair cut quite short, especially when I'm going on television or I'm seeing patients. Today it's kind of a little bit longer. And why I do it at night, this is really interesting, is because I like for it to grow out a little bit in the morning so I don't look completely baby-faced. It gives you like a little bit of scruff. I like that this trimmer has very fine edges here, so it picks up even the small hairs.
Stop quickly. I think that is very clever what he's just said, and I am all for that. The guys shaving at night, not in the morning. Thinking about it, when you're shaving your face, right, you are exfoliating, and then going outside with your creams on and going outside to the harsh environment wherever you are. It could be wind, snow, rain or high sunshine, and then you've got fresh baby skin. Saying that, no, I like this. He is right. Doing the shaving at night works. And I'm just going to point you out to my shaver. You know, us ladies have to shave sometimes. There can be an odd hair about that we have to get away. I like the wild stuff, I do. So there you go. This one does, it's got rotary head, reciprocating head, detail head and eyebrow guide. I'll put a link below for where I got this, but I do like them. I do like them. So I think that's very clever. Remember, that's why guys' skin is exfoliated, you know, when they shave, and you're always thinking, why do guys' skin always look fresher? You do think that sometimes, don't you? And it's just because they're exfoliating more often, and at night is the right time to do it. And for us girls, at night exfoliating. Don't forget.
I do use a bronze shaver to get the little areas underneath here just to clean up so you don't look messy. Keep it simple, and then I hit the cleansing gel. Step one, get the face nice and wet with a little water. Get a little 2-pump action in there. I'm also not a fan of showering at night unless I just went to the gym. I like to shower in the morning so I can get the hair care routine going. Look, when it comes to cleansers, I try not to be that picky. Do be careful though, if you're using a cleanser that is exfoliating in nature, you're not using that every day or even twice a day, because exfoliators can actually do damage if you use them too often. So be careful with that.
So exfoliating can be dangerous if you do it too often. It can be, yeah, it can make skin, especially dry, sensitive skin, definitely more sensitive. But he is shaving at night, so he is actually exfoliating every night. And guys, when they're shaving, they are exfoliating. Don't forget that. Also, when you cleanse your skin, that is a form of exfoliation as well, because you're washing off the dead skin cells, right? So yes, I'm going to say to you about shaving again, because this dermaplaning is it's taken off, this facial dermaplaning, and that's where you go along and you get a shaving treatment in a salon or a spa, and they do shave your face, okay? So I would always, if you're going for that treatment, dermaplaning, and thinking about it, I would try to make the appointment not early in the morning because of what I said, going out and you've got harsh extremes of weather. I wouldn't do that. I would try to make the appointment later on, you know, their last appointment for dermaplaning, if you could do that. I would like to point you in the right direction. So the latest appointment for that, he's using Good Molecules Rose Water Daily Cleansing Gel. This is quite a reasonably priced cleanser. It's $12 for 120 ml. I think that's a good price. It's vegan and it's not tested on animals. Okay, but what I thought was funny is, did you see when he was washing his face? And I thought everything was fine, dampening his skin first, right? And then he put on 2 pumps of the Good Molecules rose water gel, put that on his skin. But his hair didn't move. Did you notice that? Is that a wig he's got on? It didn't move, that hair. It didn't move. It didn't move. Oh, it is lovely, that hair, though. I mean, he looks a wee bit like a Disney prince, I think. I think that. It seems that's quite an inexpensive cleansing gel, definitely. But I think it's also down to the size. 120ml is quite a small size for a cleanser, just saying. And 80% of that formula is water. So I know that it's an inexpensive cleanser, Good Molecules, and I just adore that name. And he's talking about being careful when you're using exfoliating type cleansers. Well, it depends on the cleanser. You can get exfoliating cleansers, but if they've got a mix that are still hydrating, glycerine, hyaluronic acid or lactic acid, things that keep them, you need to just get to know what the ingredients are. But he's right, be careful of the formulations of cleansers and don't exfoliate every day. I don't think that. I think a couple of times a week, if you've got normal combination oily, sometimes 3 times a week, you can get away with that, definitely. So looking at the cleanser, again, I would say it's fine. It's got glycerine, humectant. It's got gentle cleansers from coconut oils, so I think that's fine. I like it. It's quite okay. Yeah. Do I think it's anything special? No. I think it's an okay cleanser. So let's go on.
Now I'm clean and a little pink and a little red and a little shiny, but that's okay. Hydration time. You know, being a family medicine doctor, we actually have training in dermatology because a lot of what we do is screening and catching problems early so you understand skin cancer and skin protection. That's why we're so vigilant about putting SPF on. But at the same time, it allows me to spot marketing gimmicks. So when a company comes in and says they're the next greatest thing, I can look at the science behind that and find out whether it truly makes sense or not. I will say there's a lot of lies on the market nowadays, so I try and use really simple products in order to make it less complicated.
Right, so he put straight on with his ultimate Murad Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture, $75 for 50 mils. He says he likes to use simple products, but Murad isn't that simple a product. And you know, I know that he's going to put on eye cream, but he should have put the eye cream on first, I believe. And when you're moisturising, guys and gals, you need to moisturise and take it down here. I didn't see that he really paid much attention to this area. Definitely moisturise your neck. It really helps fight against the aging process. I have looked at his skin a wee bit closer there, but I really can't see much wrong with it. I saw a little bit of pigmentation at the side, but that was about it. What about this one, the Murad Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture, $75 for 50 ml. What about it? It's got 52 ingredients, so it's not that simple a moisturiser. But what do I think about it? I think it's actually quite good for dry skin. You know, it's got emollients in it. It's got derived from coconut oil, glycerine emollient, great. And it's got glycerine as the 3rd ingredient, very good. And sunflower seed oil, which I do love. It's moisturising, antioxidant, plant extract. Yeah, there's a few things in here. In fact, the first top 10 ingredients are all about emollients and keeping your skin hydrated. So this is a good moisturiser for dry skin. It is, I mean, I could go further on, and there is obviously sodium hyaluronates further down in the list, and it's got vitamin E in it, pretty good. I like that, you know, and it's got retinol palmitate. I've talked about this before. It's only a tiny amount at the very bottom, so I won't be doing that much, but no, this is a good moisturiser for dry skin, and I would say it's fine. Okay, so you're okay with this one, Dr. Mike, but you know, we're going to look at your eye cream application next.
Next up, I use my Murad hydrating cream for the under eye area, where I clearly need the most help on. I also like it for the eyelids. A lot of people comment on my YouTube videos that they think I'm wearing eye makeup, like some kind of orange tone. Nope, that's just 10 years of medical education showing themselves on my eyes, so I'm hoping Murad can help me out with that. The reason why our eyes look different colors...
I have to stop it. No, I don't like the way you applied eye cream. Do not rub the eye cream all over your eye like that, over the eyelid. You don't do it on the eyelid. No, no, no. No, that was not good, Dr. Mike. Okay, no, and he put on far too much. That can be a problem in itself. So this is all you need to know about eye cream. When you put eye cream on, a split pea size. A split pea size is all you need, okay? And use your ring fingers and tap it round, okay, under the eye and on the bone, okay? You can go like a circle on this bone. Now, the more you move your eye, it will pull some of the moisture down, you know, just the natural movement of the eye, but you do not put eye cream on top of the lid in case you affect your hair follicle where your lashes are, and that can be problematic for a lot of people. So don't do it that way. No, that's not good, Dr. Mike. You should have spoke to your esthetician before. So okay, so a split pea size dotted round the eye area, and I do quite like if you go in towards the nose and over that way, okay? But if you've got any fluid retention here, it is always good to a little bit pressure and stimulate the circulation along here. One thing I've got to say, this is Murad Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture for Eyes. So he's going to, again with this Murad, I think because it was Dr. Murad that founded Murad skincare line, and he's a doctor, Dr. Mike, so you know, pals, all that kind of feel to it. But it's $70 for 50 ml. There's good emollients in this. There's a humectant, again, glycerin #3 ingredient, and it's got dimethicone, which is gentle and is a gentle emollient, which is really good. There's algae extract, which is antioxidant, and there's vitamin E #6. And there's jojoba #7. You know, there really is good. There's also shea butter in it. So all of the top 10 ingredients in this are really hydrating and moisturizing. So that is fine for your eye cream. It is. What I did quite like about it, it's got palmitoyl oligopeptide, which is skin restoring peptides. And you know Joanie loves her peptides. And I quite like this because a couple of peptides, palmitoyl tetrapeptide 7, which is also skin restoring and anti-aging. So there's 2 peptides in this formulation. So I quite like it. It's a good eye cream, but I'm going to have to tell you this thing about the jar scenario. You know, Murad's put these both products in a jar, and you cannot help but say this. If you open a jar up, right, and air gets to it, that is going to render the actives in the cream less active. They won't be working the same after a few number of times you open the lid. So I'm not keen on jars. I'm not keen on them. It doesn't retain the same efficacy as something in a tube or an airless pump. So just thinking about that. I don't know why they're still putting them in jars. Personally, I think it must be to put the price up or something. It looks more expensive, whatever, but you're better with tubes, definitely, or airless pumps. So I think that's fine enough to tell you about Dr. Murad. I think the products are quite nice. I do. They've been out a long time. I think they're nothing special, if I'm going to say that, especially for the eye area. You have to be thinking what is good. What do you need for eyes? You need to have something, if you've got puffiness, if you get something that's going to shrink and, you know, shrink the puffiness away, look after the blood capillaries in this area. The vessels tend to leak, and I think we'll chat about that, but the vessels in this area, if you rub your eyes, and he was putting this cream on, if you rub your eye area, it causes the blood vessels around the eyes to put some blood into that area, and that causes a discoloration. You have to be careful. No rubbing. Never ever rub your eyes. Please don't do that. So let's see what's got to say now.
Eyes look different colors sometimes, or at least our eyelids or under eye area. A lot has to do with the circulation in that area. So you have a lot of tiny blood vessels that actually are seen through the skin, and as a result you get interesting colors, blue sometimes pink, red, orange. Also really important is where the light is coming from will also decide how bad these shadows look. For example, the reason why people use fillers in their under eye area in order to improve bags or darkness underneath their eyes is because it pushes the area forward and there's less reflection of that light, less reflection of those small blood vessels underneath the eyes, therefore decreasing the darkness. You know, over the last 10 years, I've had certain problems with my skin. And when I was in medical school, I didn't really care that much about it because I was so buried in books or maybe spending very limited time with my friends. Now that I'm spending time talking to you at home or going on television, I need to be careful about my skin because I want to look presentable. And I've tried to take more and more steps in learning about products that are out there, speaking to dermatologists. In fact, a good friend of mine, Dr. Bonasali, is one of the best dermatologists right here, right by my home. And I always ping him if I have any questions or if we get into little arguments about certain skincare routines. It's fun in the medical community to nerd out and talk about these subjects.
Well, I think we'll finish there. I do think he's a very handsome chappy, Dr. Mike. I do. Is there anything I would say to him? Just that, think about products in tubes, thinking about placing the eye cream in a very careful fashion round there. I think that everything's going fine with his skin. He's obviously looking after it. He's 31. It's great that he's actually using an eye cream at 31. I don't see much else wrong with his skin. I'm pretty sure he's using an SPF during the daytime, which will help any discolorations and pigmentations and look after his skin. And he's talked about that. He knows all about skin cancer and things, and he's looking at that, and he's studied a bit of dermatology, so I'm sure he'll know about all of that. So was there anything in that skincare routine that you thought was okay? Did you like the creams? What did you think about it? Has anyone out there tried Dr. Murad or Murad products? It'd be quite good to hear what you think and if there's a product that you like that they do. So if there's any questions you have about your skin, always remember you can put them in the comments below and I'm happy here to answer them for you. So take care, have a great week and look after yourself. Bye.